Long before anyone can remember, there was a small island on the edge of the world, the last stop before the new world. And its people traveled the world, taking their place in the memory of the world. And the years passed and the world changed, and that island on the edge of the world found itself in the center of the world, connecting the world, making the world smaller by thinking big, dreaming dreams the world could share, sharing with the world our own very special part of the world. And what have we discovered on this little island in the middle of the world? We've discovered the world likes the way we do things, and there's nothing in this world we can't achieve. Imagine a tournament, the envy of the world, a festival of rugby. More than participation, celebration, a world of memories for the world to share. We are ready to create something unforgettable. Ireland, ready for the world.
It'll bring memories of past glories. It'll bring new heights of belief and ambition. It'll bring the boldest hopes and the bravest dreams. It'll bring everyone to their feet. It'll bring a roar into every voice. It'll bring this great game into a nation's heart. It'll bring the world to us and us to the world. Women's Rugby World Cup, Ireland, August 2017. Bring it.
You should aim to eat within 20 minutes after a workout to give your body the raw materials you need to start growing muscles straight away. You need both carbs and protein after a workout, so a pint of milk and a banana is a handy recovery snack to have straight after training. There's really no time that you should stop eating at night. In fact, having a high-protein bedtime snack like beans on toast or yogurt with berries will help young rugby players to get the calories they need to fuel their training, as well as protein to help their muscles grow and repair into the night as they sleep.
Long before anyone can remember, there was a small island on the edge of the world, the last stop before the new world. And its people traveled the world, taking their place in the memory of the world. And the years passed and the world changed, and that island on the edge of the world found itself in the center of the world, connecting the world, making the world smaller by thinking big, dreaming dreams the world could share, sharing with the world our own very special part of the world. And what have we discovered on this little island in the middle of the world? We've discovered the world likes the way we do things, and there's nothing in this world we can't achieve. Imagine a tournament, the envy of the world, a festival of rugby. More than participation, celebration, a world of memories for the world to share. We're ready to create something unforgettable. Ireland, ready for the world.
Two games. Well, more now.
Good afternoon, you're very welcome to Belfield for this afternoon's November Series International between the Irish women and the Black Ferns, as they're known, New Zealand women. I'm Adrian O'Farrell, joined by Fiona Coghlan, captain of the last Irish team, the only Irish team, the first Irish team to beat New Zealand, as it did in the 2014 World Cup.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now by our Olivia.
So Fiona, as Ireland head into the last of their November internationals, a huge test, number one team in the world, unbeaten since the last World Cup. Are you giving Ireland a chance here?
I think it'll be a tough day today for the Irish girls. It's the probably strongest team that Ireland could choose from at the moment. But the Black Ferns have ground out 2 wins against England and Canada, and probably not playing the best that they've played. I think the Irish pack really need to take it to New Zealand from the very start.
So New Zealand line up for the haka, which is rather different from the men's one. Dare I say it's a tad more dainty. Interesting to see the All Blacks advancing towards the halfway line at the end of that. There's a touch of Willie Anderson in reverse, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought you were on leg up past the 10-metre line. Interesting from the Black Ferns. They really are putting it up to Ireland from the start there.
So Tom Tierney has reverted to after experimenting really with the Canadian game, which is a bit of a tough day out. Many lessons learned that day. He's reverted rather to a stronger looking lineup. And in particular, we see the return of Niamh Briggs as captain and fullback. So there's grounds for optimism in that.
Yeah, look, I think first of all, Tom, be looking for a performance from the Irish girls who worried about the result after that. But I suppose putting together what they've been training the last couple of months and getting a few phases together and seeing what comes from that. They're not going to worry too much about the result, but definitely looking for the performance. No, it's been a brilliant November series with the top teams in the world playing each other. Even with qualification for World Cup, Spain have now qualified for the World Cup. They beat Scotland there in the second round yesterday, so we'll be welcoming Spain here again in August.
And it's been great to have these teams situated in the country. There was a cracking game between New Zealand and Canada during the week.
Yeah, it was
as they kind of prepare for the World Cup schedule with tight turnarounds.
Yeah, it was a great game. Canada actually played most of the rugby, and New Zealand lived off Canada's mistakes and got a brilliant win in the end. And England were in sensational form last night against Canada. They trounced them, but it was brilliant. Probably one of the best English performances in a long time.
New Zealand did narrowly beat England with a come from behind victory.
Yeah, it was a dominant first half by England, and then New Zealand kicked into it in the second half and grounded out a 25-20 win.
So Niamh Briggs finds Nora Stapleton, shapes for the kick. Jinx said there's a bit of space out there. That's a lovely kick from Nora Stapleton. Finds touch on the 22. Crowd finding their voices. A good attendance here today. It's noticeably bigger than for the 2 previous games.
Yeah, that was brilliant vision by Nora to spot that space, and I suppose that's what we've been lacking in the last 2 games, is getting in behind. If you can't penetrate the line, those kicks in behind, and it was perfect there with the winger up.
So Eloise Blackwell with the first take from the line out. Irish backline come up as New Zealand look to keep it in tight and roll them all, getting significant yardage. Lindsay Peat looked like she had taken that down, but in fact it's an obstruction with the New Zealand players getting ahead of the ball carrier.
Yeah, they disengaged and it was a truck and trailer, but you see Kendra Cox is there controlling everything. She's in unbelievable form. She was World Player of the Year last year, and she's brought that form into this year as well.
Yeah, she had 2 tries against England, and as well as impressive place kicking, so she's going to be a threat. First scrum, always an interesting one to see.
Yeah, New Zealand have been scrummaging quite high, but they've huge power in their pack, so Ireland need to get underneath them.
That's a collapse, but it's a solid enough looking Irish scrum. Muldoon tries to find a hooper going to the centre, but that's knocked backwards. So play will continue. Orla Fitzsimons pops to Ciara Griffin. Good support there, but as that come loose and the All Black side is knocked forward, according to Sarah Cox, the referee from England.
It's good to see the Irish players like Orla going in there at scrum half, recognising that there was no scrum half there and going in and playing the ball. You can see the Irish girls trying to develop, I suppose, their skill set and being able to play in any position. We've Claire McLaughlin not playing on the wing here. She normally plays in the centre, so she is out of position, but I have no doubt that she'll do a job there today. Really powerful runner.
Interesting selection, that one. We've no Alison Miller today.
Yeah, Ali's gone off to Dubai for the Sevens, where Brazier and Portia Woodman will be going tomorrow as well.
Orla Fitzsimons in on the tackle. New Zealand look to go short side. Box kick from Coxedge. Briggs comes across, takes well. Tries to get it, but it's a fine tackle from Renee Wycliffe. Larissa Muldoon under serious pressure. Knocked on though by New Zealand.
Yeah, good little box there from Kendra Coxedge, but a great chase by Wycliffe. Brilliant to see the likes of Woodman. This is her first time playing 15s international. She's obviously an accomplished sevens player, but this season her first time in the 15s jersey, and it's great to see her.
Yeah, she's from. Oh, that's a big hit. And that Irish player's down.
It's Claire
After
McLaughlin
that, Claire
down.
McLaughlin down, yeah. Alicia Nelson carrying well there. Famasili taking on. New Zealand trying to rumble in close and making a bit of yardage there. Claire McLaughlin still getting attended to for that injury. Coxedge out. Slow ball for him. Out to Brazier. McMenamin. Coxedge again. That's a bit loose and a chance for Senna Newport to put pressure on, but it's going to come back for a penalty for not rolling away after the tackle.
That was a huge hit by Woodman on McLaughlin. We're so used to seeing her running down the wings causing trouble, but a huge hit like that. Thankfully Claire's back up on her feet, take her place back on the wing.
I was about to say that Woodman comes from strong New Zealand All Black stock. Both the father and uncle played for New Zealand.
She came from netball. Actually, she played netball for years and transferred over then when the sevens TID programme.
So New Zealand turning down the 3 points on offer there. And that kick wasn't fantastic. It has to be said, it was almost backwards, but it's still a threatening position for Ireland. Just 15 metres out from their own try line.
Confident by New Zealand to turn down a kick in front of the posts.
Statement of intent, really, isn't it? So Maz Riley restored to the Irish lineup, but not quite able to get that one. Brazier, good hands, but not backwards. Brazier again picks up. McMenamin again, strong fend, and that's in on the right touchline.
Winiata. Yeah, that was
Winiata, yeah.
off a good line out. Really simple. Ball goes to deck, and they still finish with a try. Like, it just shows how brilliant they are. Their skill level, even to be able to recover with ball going to deck and just hands.
It is though. It can be disorientating for a backline when a defensive backline when the ball goes to the deck. Actually, because it breaks things up.
Yeah.
And New Zealand capitalised that once it popped up nicely for Kelly Brazier. Coghlan to attempt the conversion.
Brazier would have been their kicker at the last World Cup, but Coghlan has been in the team for the last 2 years, and she's taken over the goal kicking responsibilities. But they do have backup in Brazier.
That's a decent effort, but not quite having the legs, just hits the right hand post. So after just 7 minutes, New Zealand lead 5 points to 0.
New Zealand number 9, Kendra Coghlan fails with the conversion attempt. It's Ireland 0, New Zealand 5.
So North Stapleton taking the restarts. Normally that's Niamh Briggs the last few years.
I think they chop and change. I suppose it's good for both of them to have experience doing it. Like Niamh hasn't been here, I suppose, for the last 2 games, so.
Melissa Muldoon on the tackle there on Kelly Brazier. Wycliffe again, nice step. Claire McLaughlin in on the tackle. Box edge goes box kick again. Niamh Briggs will be under it. Inside to North Stapleton. Good long pass, spins. Now to Roy Coyne, but again that's a big hit. But Sananupo picks it up. That's a loose though.
I think that would have been something that Ireland identified. New Zealand's kick chase isn't great. You know, there's room outside, out wide for the counter-attack to be on, and you know Ireland looked to do it there. A big hit though by Winiat, I think it was, that put the ball astray.
Second big hit by New Zealand defender, leading to a penalty to New Zealand for Ireland sealing off at the breakdown. So Brazier goes up the line. Again, a strong field position for them to unleash their back line.
They've such strength right across the back line, from Brazier to be such a playmaker, and then the likes of Harime coming in, and your back three are particularly dangerous. Woodman is probably more of a winger than a 13. She's playing there. Hohepa got injured in the last game and she's filling in there, and they don't have Hoodie Manuel here, so it's good for them to blood new players in the 13 position. But going forward, I would imagine that they'd be looking for her on the wing, which she started the Canada game on the wing.
I'm looking forward to seeing Honey Haim playing the wing. She apparently has a terrific offload and is known as Honey Bill Williams.
Yeah, she showed it against England actually. She went down the touchline and popped it back inside for a brilliant try. She's a very skillful player.
So Ireland scrum, New Zealand applying the pressure. Well dealt with though by Paul Fitzpatrick, who breaks free. Excellent play from the Irish, from Paul Fitzpatrick. Lindsay Peat taken into traffic. Muldoon thought she was going to box kick there. Stapleton puts boot to ball. Wycliffe now, the chance to run. And not up very quickly in defence there, has to be said. Just holding the line. Coxage, Brazier, Ali. That's Sananupo going kind of high there. Alicia Nelson on the carry. That's slow ball. New Zealand Coxage looking for something from the referee, but not been given it. Ali frees Winiata. That's stripped out of the stripped from her hands in the tackle by Niamh Briggs, but I think ball knocked down initially.
Chelsea Ali really is turned into a key player for the New Zealand girls. You know, she probably wouldn't have as much flair as the back three and stuff, but she does the right thing at the right time, and her vision is excellent to create space for others, and she always gives the right pass at the right time as well. And
she's not small. Referee's decision there was that it was forward out of the All Blacks' hand initially. So Ireland will look to have a more solid scrum than the last time. That was a bit worrying. Again, that New Zealand power comes on. Again, Paul Fitzpatrick breaks away, makes a clean break down the line. Wycliffe in with the tackle, the offload to Ciara Griffin. Better play from Ireland, needs quick ball. Away goes Muldoon, Pete feeds out to Stapleton. Oh, it's gone to deck, but picked up by Nupu. Kicked ahead by Nicola Fowley. When he gathers, clears to touch. Ireland's most positive, best piece of play of the game so far, Fiona.
Yeah, it was brilliant off that scrum. Ciara Griffin worked really hard to keep their flanker in, to give Paula a good run, and then Ciara's support line after that for the offload to Paula. It was really, really encouraging off that scrum, and very clever as well. The scrum went upright. Ireland had originally planned to go left using their back line, but Paula took it upon herself to take it on right with the wheel of the scrum. Great field position here now for Ireland.
Taken, knocked forward by. It seemed to be she was under serious pressure there, Mary Louise Riley.
The
Looked
throw,
like she might have been knocked off that ball in the air, actually.
The throw looked a bit
that's
low.
great play by Mairead Coyne. Again, pressure from Ireland. And that's turnover ball. Claire Malloy takes into traffic. That's good quick ball. Stapleton. Fowley, Niamh Briggs, steps inside, beats one. Can't quite beat the second. Naz Riley now. Takes it to deck. Claire Malloy, she of the dancing feet.
Yeah, it's great to see her back. She shipped a big injury in the England game with her shoulder, and it's great to have her back now for this game.
Good support there from Fiona Maloney. Again, the pressure from New Zealand. Famalisa coming out and looking for the big hit, but not quite managing it. Coyne now. Much better period from Ireland. Again, huge pressure on Marissa Muldoon, but it's going to be plenty to Ireland for tackling off the ball, I think, number 2.
It's really encouraging signs from Ireland getting through the phases and keeping momentum and keep going. And they have to just get gain line every time and look for it, and then look for the gaps. And that's why Fifa Masili shot up there, because there was an overlap for Ireland if the ball had got away. Paula Fitz down injured, is she? Contact lens.
I've recovered from those ones myself. So decision to take the shot at goal, Nora Stapleton.
Yeah, and again, I suppose it's developing that depth and that kicking position, and Nora has been kicking since, and also Niamh is coming back from a hamstring injury, so probably not
to test that.
Yeah.
A couple of injuries to New Zealand players as we await the kick.
It's been a bruising week for them, 3 games in the space of a week is tough going, and they've lost Rena Everett and Toepa. And there's some girls playing, I suppose, like Brazier and Woodman have played the 80 minutes the last 2. They're playing again today, and they'll go to Dubai to play on Thursday and Friday.
So Fifa Masili is back, and the second injury is also attended to, so chance for Stapleton to narrow the arrears to just 2. And the crowd will tell you that's just pulled a little bit to the left and wide.
10 or disabled wide with the penalty. Remains Ireland 0, New Zealand 5.
So Coxedge drops it out deep. Miles Riley underneath. Finds Niamh Briggs. Again looking for that crossfield kick. Finds some turf, and Moray Coyne does very well to pick it up. But the referee has called that back for an offside as the crowd go wild, and Fiona Maloney thinks she has the try, but unfortunately we're going to have to go all the way back to just short of the halfway line for offside against Moray Coyne.
That's misfortunate now. Brilliant vision by Niamh Briggs to spot the space there in behind. But again, slightly offside. But Moray Coyne's really turned up well in this autumn internationals, going from full back to the wing now. She had a couple of caps last year on the wing, and she's really had an assured November internationals.
She certainly made an impression today. A couple of great touches. But a bit more encouraging now for the last 10 minutes or so from Ireland. So Fiona Lee to throw. Looks like they've stacked the back of the line out a bit there. It goes to 4, taken by Charmaine Smith. Chelsea Alley taken well in midfield. Again, Paula Fitzpatrick with the boot through. Muniata now looks to counter. Well gobbled up by Claire Maloney, who has been penalised for not releasing after the tackle. She thought she had a steal there, but the referee's interpretation was that she had been involved in the tackle and never released.
That's where Claire Malloy is at her most dangerous, poaching in the ruck.
And Kelly Brazier finds touch, but no great yardage on it. Just half of this pack, New Zealand pack, is from Auckland, so there'll be a lot of coherence, I guess, that comes with that.
Yeah, they won the NPC as well. A very strong team, and a lot of the squad are from Auckland.
Thomas Ali to the front this time, taken by Eloise Blackwell. And again, Rolling Ball getting a bit of momentum, making a good 10 metres now. Coxedge takes. Fraser Ali, nice pop ball to Portia Woodman. Again, Claire Malloy
Brilliant.
does absolutely brilliantly on that one.
Brilliant by Claire Malloy. Perfect timing, tackled, released, and straight in over the ball. Ireland really need to sort out their defence of that maul. They can't give New Zealand that much ground.
Stapleton just about finds touch. Charlene Grove rather not quite able to prevent that one crossing the line.
Short line out from Ireland.
That's a bit of confusion in that. Easily picked up by New Zealand, but now actually Ireland look like they may have, but it's going to be a penalty. Not rolling away after the tackle. Look for a second like Ireland might turn that over, but just it seemed to be confusion over the call there.
Yeah, it looked like everyone thought it was going to the back, but there was no lift and no jump, so a little bit of miscommunication.
So Brazier finds touch a couple of metres inside Ireland's 10 metre.
The game's been very stop-start for the last 5-10 minutes.
Fee from Ashley to throw. That's crisply taken. It's a beautiful
Brilliant
long spin
pass.
pass from from Coxedge, but that's a super tackle from Senna Nupo there. Brazier sticks one in behind, and we'll find touch.
Yeah, Sinead obviously know a lot of these girls. She would have played in New Zealand against them, probably with them as well, so she'd know them quite well.
Yes, unfortunately she's been lost to these shores. Husband George Nupo moved from Galway to Harlequin, so she's now playing her club rugby over with the Aylesford Bulls. Maloney goes again. New Zealand are up and waiting on that one. Charmaine Smith again.
Footwork by
chief line-out
Brazier.
operator. Again, it's good hands from a couple of forwards. So that's turned over by Ireland. Paul Fitzpatrick takes it in. It's a bit high in the pass from Russell Muldoon, but Briggs takes well. That's a big kick, but we're going to come back for a penalty to Ireland for a high tackle.
Just show how dangerous New Zealand are with simple hands. Honey Harima down the wing with a step and bowled Mairead Coyne over. You know, then Ireland had a great turnover. The ball really should have gone wide then on that turnover. Ailish Egan took it in when we had numbers out wide. So lucky then to get away. Brilliant kick by Niamh, but with a penalty here.
She wasn't minding her hamstring with that kick, in fairness. It was good yardage, and the referee might have just had a longer look at that to see if there was advantage to Ireland, I think. It's a safe touch this time. North Stapleton taking no chances after a previous one. Finds touch just on the 10-metre line.
Ireland need to speed their line up a little bit. It was a bit slow the last time. That gave New Zealand time to read where it was going and get up in front of Maz Riley to pluck that ball off them.
It's not an area that you expect to see Ireland struggling. They've been very efficient off lineouts again. That's knocked backwards on the Irish side. But again, it's not quite the efficient operation that has been for the last couple of years. Hands in the ruck on this occasion, and Sarah Cox penalises Ireland again.
I have to say New Zealand's defensive line out was excellent as well against Canada the other day. Canada did struggle in the line out to get good platform off it. You know, you really have to be winning your set piece and bring it to New Zealand from there.
So I have to ask you, are there mornings that you wake up and just relive the game start of the day, just to give yourself a nice warm feeling to kick the day off?
Look, that was just one of those games. It was a brilliant game. We were all on the same page from the start right till the end, and we knew like 20 minutes, we had said beforehand if we got there 20 minutes to go we'd kick on in the last 20. We knew our fitness was going to be better than theirs, and
Really?
yeah, we were in a really good place at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just everything not everything went our way. You never play a perfect game, but you know, we seemed to get the bounce of the ball and things just went our way.
I'm just interested that you would have felt that your fitness was better than the All Blacks. You kind of expect the All Blacks for that certainly not to be an issue. Would you expect this Irish team to be as fit or fitter than the All Blacks today?
Yeah, I suppose going into that World Cup they'd played very little international rugby. You know, it was just their NPC, and even at that, so
that looked like a high hit on Mairead Coyne there, starting to break you off. But that was well worked scrum, the short side move, but referee's given a knock on. It certainly was a very upright hit, shall we say, on Mairead Coyne there.
like when you're looking at some of the backs there, they're obviously involved in sevens programs, so their fitness would be quite high. But with the pack, I think the Irish pack would be fitter than the New Zealand pack going into the last 20. But their subs had done serious damage when they come off the bench. The New Zealand subs serious damage in the last couple of games, so it's something you have to be wary of as well.
So Mairead Coyne receiving a bit of attention after that. tackle. Niamh Briggs asking a question. Just in the week that's in it. So another scrum to Ireland. Chance to see if they've solidified that area. It's been under a bit of pressure. And that is more solid from Ireland. In fact, they're going forward off that one and have forced the penalty. Russell Muldoon kicks deep. There's a bit of space there. Munyata goes back. And we're clear to touch. And finds a decent touch just on the halfway.
Great scrum by Ireland. You could see there the front row really got an inch and really drove through the New Zealand pack there. And that's a real confidence booster for the Irish girls going into that scrum and coming out of it then, and then to get a ball to run onto as opposed to going backwards. Really encouraging.
So Clean Maloney, let's see if they can get this area right again. That's better. Miles Riley to Muldoon, Stapleton. That look possibly forward to Nicole Fowley. Yes, that's given as a forward pass from Sarah Cox.
Interesting that New Zealand didn't look to compete at that line. It seemed as they've been getting good traction off the ones that they had competed on, and it was a low throw to Miles Riley that if they'd got up in front they would have probably plucked it off.
So New Zealand lining up with just fullback Munyata on the right side of the scrum, and the right winger Coxage looks to use that space now. Dinks one through. Niamh Briggs is a long way from that, and that's Munyata. Can she get it? No, but the right New Zealand forward up, and that's again a very threatening position for the Black Ferns. But Sarah Cox to the rescue. Penalty to Ireland.
Again, brilliant by Coxage, brilliant vision for that kick through, and then the pace of Munyata, like just unbelievable. You would say that Niamh might have just tripped her without the ball.
So relieving kick for Ireland. Black Ferns just been applying a bit more pressure over the last few minutes. Yeah, Munyata looked very quick there in the chase, didn't she? Certainly found a bit of quite a bit of space out off that kick. Niamh Briggs had been dragged over to the open side off that scrum.
Again with the line out, Maz Riley was up in the air before the ball came in.
So Riley's at the tail, goes to Claire Malloy at the front. And Ireland look to set up the driving maul themselves. But that's taken down by the Black Ferns. Actually, penalty is for driving in at the side.
Really good use, Claire Malloy at the front of the line out there. New Zealand were stacked out to go after Maz Riley, and Claire Malloy was free at the front. Clean Maloney down injured now.
So just 28 minutes gone this first half. After shipping an early try, it's been a bit more solid from Ireland. What do you make of the general pattern of play?
Yeah, the defences are quite good. There's no one getting any mileage out of the defences. There's been very few line breaks. If the game opens up a little bit more, I would be worried about the New Zealand back three. But in fairness, Ireland have been kicking in behind them when they get a chance, and they haven't given them much ball.
it's been notable actually. We're kicking more than we have done in the 2 previous games in this autumn series.
Yeah, and they're good kicks. They're kicks into space. You know, it's not giving New Zealand a chance, and they're kicking back to us, so it's giving us good ball.
The flip side of that is we've done very little really with ball in hand. Since if you recall back to the England game where we were continually back across without really getting much penetration, but keeping ball in hand. This is quite a different game plan from Tom Tierney.
I suppose it's the case of trying to marry the two of them together.
So Maloney fully recovered. We'll take this line out throw. All for Simons, but again it's a bit sketchy. Maloney though recovers well. Ayla Sheegan taking this one on. Muldoon goes blindside. Lindsay Pete through the hands. Paula Fitzpatrick again, a big hit coming in for the Black Ferns. Slow ball there for Muldoon. Naz Riley was a bit of a sitting duck when she received that one.
It's great. Look at the line speed from New Zealand. They really are coming up really fast.
Lindsay Pete and Ciara Griffin combining well there. Again, Stapleton goes in behind. Claire Malloy is after that. Muniata under pressure clears. It's a good clearance, but doesn't find touch. Murray Coyne now looks to run back. Links up with Stapleton. Naupu, oh, perhaps should have let that one go. There was a bit of space out there. But Ireland do get the penalty.
Now, good play by Ireland. I would like to see them move it out into the wider channels a little bit more.
That was certainly
direct
an
going through in the middle.
From Elsie being penalised on that occasion, she put her hands on the deck before seeking to pick up the ball in the ruck. So a very scoreable shot at goal.
Again, before that we saw Claire Malloy's speed and her work ethic to get up on Muniata to give her no chance with that kick, and as a result she didn't find touch.
So Nora Stapleton does the needful, sauce that one over, and the gap now is down to 2. Black Ferns 5, Ireland 3.
Successful penalty by Ireland number 10, Laura Stapleton.
Again, that'll give the Irish girls great confidence, you know, coming up here in around the 22 and to come away with points.
Fraser drops it off. Naz Riley takes well. Paula Fitzpatrick again into open territory. And another super burst from Paula.
Brilliant. She had 2 players on her. She stepped on the outside shoulder of them.
But this occasion, not releasing after the tackle. Brazier finds a short touch, but a bit of a pity that penalty would have been good momentum for Ireland after scoring the 3-pointer to put some serious pressure on the Black Ferns again.
Yeah, Irish sport was just a little bit slow to get there with Paula. I don't know whether they didn't expect her to make that break with 2 people on her, but you know, we really have to react a little bit quicker. You get those line breaks and you really need to get in behind them more with quicker offloads.
Wednesday should be picking up just a little, as Ireland have the benefit of a bit of a breeze in this first half. Again, the Black Ferns look to set up the driving maul. It's quite a bit of high hands on head there as that Black Ferns maul was going further. Sarah Cox has hand out for a penalty for side entry against Ireland, but the Black Ferns seek to do more damage from the maul. Coxage. Fraser pops that one to Wycliffe. Neat little move.
Ireland really need to stop it at source. You can't let them get that much momentum.
So, 5 minutes to go in this half. Ireland will be pleased to get there with no further scoring, given this position that they're in. Down to 14. 5 metre line out to defend. From Astley. Taken at the front. Again, the Blacks look to set up the maul. They've got a couple of metres. That's Chelsea Ali on the burst. This forwards line up. Charmaine Smith taking this one on. Well tackled though. Blackfern's a big numbers out to the right. Ayla Sheegan, that's a superb tackle. Tries to hold it up. Not quite able to do so though. Fraser spins wide. From Mousley is out on the wing. Desperate Irish defence here. Opportunity for a choke tackle possibly. Not quite. Blackwell now, Louise.
It's another big hit by Ellie Sheegan. That's 2 in a row from her.
That is superb work from Ciara Griffin there. I thought possibly she'd enter, from Paula Fitzpatrick. I thought she possibly entered from the side and was going to get penalised, but having gotten the position, she did really well over the ball there.
Really good defence with New Zealand on your line with them all. They got in, they stopped them all. Then big hits from Maz Riley and Ayla Sheegan, and then the turnover from Paula Fitz. Really good defensive display.
So another stoppage for an injury.
Maz Riley down injured with the
Maz
shoulder,
Riley, yeah.
probably from the big hit that she put in.
The previous driving maul, there was quite a bit of scragging at each other's heads as the two upright players. I think Mary Louise was one of them.
I don't know,
I'm not sure
the
which of
ref
the
was on the
Black
other
Ferns it
side, so Aor possibly could have called something. You know, if you see from the last one, the Black Ferns leave Fifa Masili out here on the wing looking for the ball to come back. You know, obviously a hooker, if they did have a winger out here, it would be way more
Absolutely,
dangerous
yeah.
with that pass that came out.
Any self-respecting hooker or winger would have been very pleased to get that pass, and I was relieved when I saw that it was from Astley.
She has scored a few nice ones out there. She was actually scored a nice one against Australia out on the wing. You know, obviously having her there, it creates space in other places for other teammates to hopefully get through gaps.
So leaving kick there from Morris David, and Leah Lyons looks like she may be coming on, but looks a bit confused as to what's happening. She's not alone.
Substitution for hooker, I suppose. Paula Fitz will throw. Paula went from out half to hooker to back row.
Again, perhaps not that surprising given that it's a number 8 throwing it in, but the Irish line out creaking once more. Knocked on in the line there from Ciara Griffin. The Alliance, as it's a scrum now, does come on for Ciara Griffin. Well, she's only allowed to come on for the scrum, isn't she? She wasn't. They weren't in a position to bring her on for the line out. Hence, Paul Fitzpatrick taking the throw. So it's a while since our last line out throw. So Coxedge to feed again in threatening position for the Black Ferns. Well, Larissa Muldoon gets the hand in there, just not quite unable to prevent the pass, and the Black Ferns have a bit of space here now. Woodman, well taken by Naupu. And not released after the tackle. She was held on the ground.
Brilliant.
Slightly desperate, but brilliant tackle from Naupu there.
Yeah, it was brilliant play by Brazier to put Woodman through that gap, and you can see her pace. She's a really threatening player.
So it's a first half that's been mostly played out in the Irish half, it has to be said, but Ireland closing in on half time, and if they can keep it to just this 2-point deficit with down to 14, Coach Tom Tierney I think would be pretty pleased.
Yeah, no, it's been a good first half by Ireland. It's been a very stop-starty game. No team has got much momentum.
Again, that line out. McManaman. Blackburns go wide. There's a bit of space here, but it's dropped by Winiata. Slightly desperate, but Wycliffe does very well. Claire Malloy in on that tackle. Wants to get out of there, does so. Good hit from Miles Riley on Charmaine Smith. She's been one of their more prominent forwards, Charmaine Smith, for the Black Ferns. Again, they go wide.
Brilliant footwork by Harime.
Not sure. Again, backs go wide. That's a good tackle. Claire McLaughlin making the right decision, but Wycliffe. Again, Nicole Fowley does very well to prevent that.
Brilliant by
situation.
Claire Malloy.
Niamh Briggs clears. Referee blows for half time. It's a very relieved Ireland that hear that whistle. Again, brilliant, as you say, from Claire Malloy, but that's something we say quite a lot here.
Yeah, obviously it was very threatening there by New Zealand. I thought if Wycliffe maybe stepped on the outside of Senny Nufi, she might have got a hand off and gone in the corner. But again, brilliant defence, and Claire Malloy straight in over the ball for the turnover to allow Niamh Briggs to clear for half time. Some last-ditch tackling, but I think Ireland will go into that dressing room happy at half time.
They will have 5 more minutes or so to survive, just down to 14, but certainly grounds for optimism for the second half. So do join us again for the second half in Belfield.
Long before anyone can remember, there was a small island on the edge of the world, the last stop before the new world. And its people traveled the world, taking their place in the memory of the world. And the years passed and the world changed, and that island on the edge of the world found itself in the center of the world, connecting the world, making the world smaller by thinking big, dreaming dreams the world could share, sharing with the world our own very special part of the world. And what have we discovered on this little island in the middle of the world? We've discovered the world likes the way we do things. A world of memories for the world to share. We're ready to create something unforgettable. Ireland, ready for the world.
It'll bring memories of past glories. It'll bring new heights of belief and ambition. It'll bring the boldest hopes and the bravest dreams. It'll bring everyone to their feet. It'll bring a roar into every voice. It'll bring this great game into a nation's heart. It'll bring the world to us and us to the world. Women's Rugby World Cup, Ireland, August 2017. Bring it.
So you're very welcome back to Belfield for the second half of Ireland women versus the Black Ferns. Half-time score is Black Ferns 5, Ireland 3. Just looking to see if any changes to the Black Ferns team, and yes, they have one sub on, number 26.
And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Irish team led by their captain, Ian Briggs. Half-time score, Ireland 3, New Zealand 5.
Yeah. Bit of a conundrum here. Chelsea Ali has changed her number from 12 to 25, so we thought there was a sub on, but actually there's not. But there is another one on 26.
Well, that's
It's not
FIFA.
listed.
That's FIFA Masili.
That's FIFA Masili is now 26 as well. So glad we got to the bottom of that. Just kicked ahead there by Nora Stapleton. Winiata takes Coxage, finds a bit of space, and that's a very good returning kick to find touch just on the 22-metre line. Clever kick that from Coxage. She's a clever player. So Leah Lyons, Ireland, remember, still down to 14 for the first few minutes of this half. Fiona Maloney haven't been yellow carded. Again, Ireland struggling with line-out possession. It's turned over by the Black Ferns. Coxage to Tua taking that one on. Rage Ireland up quickly in defence, but a tackle missed on that occasion by Nicole Fowley.
Brilliant flat pass from Brazier to Woodman. Mismatch.
And mismatch here, we're in deep trouble. It's going to be offloaded to Charmaine Smith. Steps back inside. Leah Lyons can't quite take her. Desperate Irish scramble there. Ball back now for the Blacks. Just a metre from the line. Nice hands from Natua. Huge space on the outside for the Black Ferns if they choose to go there. They do. Brazier, Chelsea Ali. Lovely spin pass. That'll be Winiata going over.
Super try. It came from Harime coming down this wing, offloading it, keeping it tight by New Zealand, and then spun it out wide. Did a three-man overlap at one stage there.
So Winiata's second try of the day. Stretches it out to Black Ferns 10, Ireland 3.
That just shows how dangerous they can be if they can get those back three running, sucking players in. They had a huge mismatch. Harime was running against Leah Lyons and Maz Riley.
So having survived the tail end of the first half, down to 14, Black Ferns have managed, Ireland not quite managing to hold out the full 10 minutes. Cogsage now with the conversion attempt. Good strike, just to the right of the post, however. So remains Black Ferns 10, Ireland 3.
Score Ireland 3, New Zealand 10.
Stapleton to restart. Goes deep, finds a bit of grass, but it's taken by Coghlan. She's not going to find touch with that. That's a superb Gaelic style take from Mairead Coyne. Stapleton, a little confusion between herself and Coyne. That's a high tackle against the Black Ferns though. That's Riley on the wing. It'll show. Natua tries to strip it off her, but we're going to go back for the penalty.
Great fielding by Mairead Coyne here. Nora was looking to play her back down the blind side, but Mairead just went in to support her, so there was a little bit of miscommunication there.
So Fiona Maloney takes the singlet off and is about to retake her position on the pitch, as will Ciara Griffin, but Leah Lyons coming off. Stapleton finds a touch. There's a rare sighting at the moment. The sun has broken out and it was actually shining into the eyes of the Black Ferns, so it would actually make it quite tricky, any high balls to field.
We haven't really tested them under any high balls yet. You know, everything's been into space and in behind them, which is probably the right option, but it's something to be conscious of now that the sun is in their eyes.
That's a better line out from Ireland. Ciara Griffin takes it in the midfield. Good support. Stapleton goes wide. Niamh Briggs ball in hand. Hasn't had much of that. And that's a nasty looking collision. Sarah Cox blows her whistle because she thinks that's been dangerous.
Yeah, Niamh ducked going into contact there and got full force on the head.
And sensible refereeing there, because it did look.
It was encouraging by Ireland prior to that, because they were looking to go blind and then sweep back, go open and then sweep back this blind spot where there was mismatches.
Yeah, she tried a little shimmy just as she was, just before contact, got that a little bit wrong, stumbled forward, so it didn't help the contact situation.
She looks to be okay.
Looks to be regaining her feet, yeah, looks okay. That's a relief. So we'll restart with an Irish scrum. Sarah Cox and Ireland going forward. Therefore getting the put in. So scrum back to full complement. That's pretty solid. Look, it's gone down this near side. Referee will reset. Contest here between Lindsay Peat and Alicia Nelson.
Nelson's considerably taller, so really important that Lindsay gets right in underneath her. Good scrum.
That's good scrum. Again, it's gone down that near side, but the referee lets it, that will play on. Muldoon finds Stapleton. That's left hand spin pass. Niamh Briggs. No harmful effects on that. She passed back inside. Nicole Fowley. That's a superb bit of back play, particularly by Niamh Briggs there. Muldoon goes down the short side. Picked up well by Claire McLaughlin. We're doing it again. She's just taking that little step, allowing the French defence to get at her.
That was brilliant play by Ireland, though, straight off the scrum, getting the backs involved, Niamh breaking down on the wing, and a brilliant offload as well. You know, it's most encouraging that we've seen them in attack.
So knock on given there against the Black Ferns, so it'll be one of Ireland's better field positions with the scrum. New Zealand, the Black Ferns sending their substitutes for a warm-up. Getting toward that stage where we may see some changes. Again, better scrum from Ireland. And that's a loose ball from Muldoon, but well picked up. Karen McLaughlin, that's a superb run. Can't quite find the elbow with the off-road, but it's gone backwards. Stapleton now. Ireland's passing just a little bit loose there. Ball now to Miles Riley. Bit upright going into that. Ola Fitzsimons. Lindsay Peat now. With support from Claire Malloy. Paul Fitzpatrick. She's had a couple of barnstorming runs, but not on this occasion. She's gobbled up. Bit of space on this side. Claire Malloy. Again, she uses her feet. Can't quite get the off-road away. That was a real chance there. Fitzpatrick again on the charge. Makes a couple of metres.
Ireland really need to move that ball much quicker away from the ruck.
Naupu to Briggs. Checks back inside. Better continuity from Ireland though. Naz Riley again on the charge. Taken pretty early. Looks like Lindsay Peat is down here, but she's going to rejoin her colleagues now. Ayla Sheegan taking that one on, but penalised. Not releasing after the tackle. Better continuity, a bit more threatening, and a real opportunity if Claire Malloy could have got that one away, but she just got her arms wrapped up on the tackle.
Yeah, no, a really good play. Even the ball going to ground, Claire McLaughlin cleaned it up very well, made good yards, and the ball was moved across the pitch. We just need to speed up the rucks a little bit. You know, when we have New Zealand on the back foot, it's really to capitalise on it and get more gain line.
A noticeable pick-up in performance since getting back the 15th player.
Yeah, no, really good by Ireland. Really encouraging attacking signs.
So Mary-Louise Riley picks herself up, dusts herself down, ready for the fray again. Frazier, one of our better touch finds. Brings play just to the 10-metre line. Crowd responding to Ireland's improved performance over the last few minutes by finding their voice. Smith again, she's been the go-to girl in the line-out. That's a nice pop ball. Chelsea Alley up the centre.
What a pass from Coxedge off that line out. The distance she gets is just unbelievable.
She has super pass, doesn't she? Yeah. That was a little, I don't know if you noticed that, Alicia Nelson, a little high on Nupu's neck there, but gets away with it. Niamh Briggs takes it to deck. Ayla Sheegan. As Riley with the clear out. Helped by Ciara Griffin. Ireland have numbers here. They go Fowley, pass back inside to Mairead Coyne. Nicely worked that for a few yards. Fitzpatrick again. On the carry. Claire Malloy into support. Or Cleena Maloney rather. Little show from Larissa Muldoon. She's kicked. Coxidge is back there. She looks for Winiata in open field. And there's space here for Winiata, and she's got pace. Carves up a line up the middle. Niamh Briggs can't take her. And she's going to go the distance. No, she's not. That was a stunning tackle from Senna Nupo, but she offloads. But it's forward in the tackle. That was a stunning cover tackle from Senna Nupo.
Ireland were lucky there, you know, a bit of a naive kick from Larissa Muldoon straight down to Winiata. Just carved open the Irish defence because there was no kick chase because Ireland didn't realise that Larissa Muldoon was going to kick it. But brilliant cover tackle by Senna Nupo.
Yeah, look for all the world like Winiata was going to go the distance there. She's known as Shorty. There's not all that much of her, but she's pretty quick.
She's quick, she's got brilliant feet, so that kick chase is so important if you're going to kick it to them.
She's a police woman. But that time she was arrested by Senna Nupo. That's
Boom.
tragic, isn't it? Just looking on the sideline, and Mary Healy is being readied to come in. That's pretty sharp decision making on Larissa Muldoon's kick there, I think, Fiona.
I wouldn't say it was based on that now.
Suspicious timing. So Mary Healy comes on for her 6th cap.
Ireland substitution, number 9, Larissa Muldoon, replaced by number 21.
One of 3 goal regions in the squad.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant to have Connacht players being represented. You know, they've been building over the last number of years, lots of work done at grassroots level over there, and it's great to see it come to fruition with girls coming through onto the national team.
Well, talking of grassroots, you were telling me off air that there are 90 girls here from Naas under 15s,
Yeah,
which is a stunning number.
Huge cohort. They were playing at half time, and you know, again, that's something that's been building over the last couple of years, and there were great people involved.
That's a really excellent exit play there from Ireland. Good pick from Paul Fitzpatrick, quick ball, Niamh Briggs clearing.
Yeah, simple and out of trouble.
So Blackfern's making a couple of changes. Arthur Rowan Mattau comes on, and she makes a significant difference, as she has done in the last couple of performances that we were watching during the week.
Big impact player. She's only 19 years old, you know, huge future ahead of her, but she scored a try there last week when she came on, and on Wednesday against Canada, and some barnstorming runs as well. Chubik has also come on, and she stands in at 10 and Brazier moves out. So going to look to get the ball out a bit wider.
And also changed, Chelsea Ali is off for Trubich, and that's a superb dummy, and the Blackburns are going to go in here. Yes, indeed they are.
Brilliant break by Sasifa, and timing of an offload. She dummied to Woodman, sold the defender, went through herself, and then offloaded to Woodman.
New Zealand try, number 13, Portia Woodman.
So that extends the Black Ferns lead to 15 points to 3. after 53 minutes here. And that one probably puts the tin hat in it, you have to say. Hard to see Ireland coming back from here with a likely conversion from Coxedge to take it to 17. 2 converted tries ahead.
I even think by moving Brazier to 12 and having Tubic in at 10 that they're going to look to move it that little bit wider and trying to get Ireland in the outside challenge.
New Zealand number 9, Kendra Coxedge converts the try by Portia Woodman. Score now Ireland 3, New Zealand 17.
Stapled again, down the middle, going long. Fraser, that'll be taken by Coyne. No, Staple is inside her. Niamh Briggs looks for space in the corner, but doesn't quite catch hold of that one. Muniata again showing her pace, and away she goes.
It's not even just the pace, it's the balanced
Yeah,
footwork
she's a
as well.
beautiful runner. Niamh Briggs possibly in from the side, but got away with it.
Causing a knock-on.
Your look there told me you weren't quite in agreement with Sarah Cox's decision, but we'll take it. So Mary Healy to feed. Again, the pressure, huge pressure coming on for the Black Ferns. But Ireland have done well to get that one away. Out to Nuupu. Has a cut herself. Referee Cox's arm is out. Was that high perhaps? I think it was.
Well done to get away from that scrum that was under pressure. You see the impact that Matu has made since she's gone into the front row there.
Stapleton, she found touch, yes she has. Good kick that. Couple more changes for Ireland.
Yeah, Ciara Cooney and Nicola Friday coming on. With Ciara Griffin and Orla Fitz coming off.
Griffin looks in a bit of discomfort there. She comes off.
Simons is replaced by number 19, Nicola Friday. And number 6, Ciara Griffin, is replaced by
Again,
number 20,
story of the day.
Ciara
That's
Cooney.
another scrappy line out. Snor Stapleton does well to win it. Immediate impact there from Ciara Cooney. Fiona Maloney slips the tackle, gets them all away. And chip down the line. 1 or 2 decent offloads in that.
That's good play by Ireland. Cooney made a good carry. Quick ball out the wings. Maz Riley out there with quick hands.
Jackie Ferretti is about to come on for the Black Ferns.
Come on, back for a knock on.
The referee decreeing there was no advantage, and that's what's come back for a knock on. I have to say neither of us saw it, but nonetheless it's an Irish scrum. Again, huge pressure. Ireland doing well to get it away again. Nice pass that from Mary Healy. Stapleton can take it on the run. Claire Malloy again looks to get away. Very clever there. She released it just when she went to ground and then picked it up again, having got to her feet. Paul Fitzpatrick, Francis Briggs. Honey Harimi did very well there to prevent the offload. Nicola Friday into the action. Stapleton, nice spiral kick, but New Zealand cover is back there. Will be taken by Stapleton again. Chance to run back. Go to defend. Cooney and Friday standing off for that one. And look to use the short side. Again, decent bit of continuity here from Ireland, but that's knocked on. Play will continue. Ireland are exposed here a bit. Paul Fitzpatrick is not going to make that tackle. Nor is Mairead Coyne. Woodman, she's going to go the distance. Yes, she is. She has super pace, very elusive running.
Unbelievable by Woodman. Like, poor Irish defence, it has to be said, but you know, really strong running, strong handoff, and there's no catching her when she gets open field like that. You know, she's been quiet enough in the last 2 games that she's played. We haven't seen much of her, but she's getting a few runs here today.
And they certainly have huge pace and power out wide. Which, for the most part, Ireland have handled reasonably, but on occasion they just get away from you like that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an improved Irish performance today. You know, and they'll keep building from this. You know, there is defensive frailties like that. You can't let that happen.
Coxage adds the 2. Take it out to 24 points to 3 to the Black Ferns.
New Zealand number 9, Kendra Coxage converts the try. Ireland 3, New Zealand.
I mentioned it was a bigger crowd than the previous couple of November friendlies. In fact, we've just been given the attendance of 1,810, which is a very good number.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and hopefully this will continue to build during Six Nations and then for the World Cup next August.
Fiona Hayes getting ready to enter the match as well. Coxage. Right, Coyne takes the quick and beautiful left-hand spin pass, has to be said. Stapleton does well to evade Coxage, who just gets the tap tackle in just when Stapleton thought she was away. Paula Fitz, Claire Malloy tries to spin out of the tackle. Another really industrious performance from Claire Malloy.
Consistency with Claire Malloy every time you get 100%. Yeah. She's just phenomenal.
And that's going to be a penalty. Ooh. Yeah, great body positions by 2 of the Black Ferns ahead over Cliona Maloney. Both Charmaine McManaman and I think Wycliffe in on that. Brazier, they haven't all been great line kicks from him, but that was a smasher.
Yeah, that's Tubic. She's taken over from Brazier now.
Tubic, beg your pardon. That explains it. Leah Lyons back on alongside Fiona Hayes. So Lindsay Pete and Cliona Maloney off. Massady again, Charmaine Smith, the go-to girl in the middle of the line. Nice hands from the Black Ferns here. Winyata, but that's well marshalled by Claire McLaughlin on the far side. Tubic again. Natau. But that's gone forward in the tackle. Turnover ball to Ireland. Mary Healy Leave Briggs, there's space there.
It was Claire Malloy kicking the ball
Claire
there.
Malloy, actually, beg your pardon. Winiata have been encouraged to run. Wycliffe. Ray Coyne in the tackle. Leah Lyons. Claire Malloy. Smith. Natal. Frazier now tries for the outside break. Again, Upa with a super tackle. It's near constant pressure though now from the Black Ferns. Trying to sneak up the middle, but Paul Fitzpatrick alive to it. Tubic, Woodman. That's a good tackle from Nora Stapleton on Winiata.
Well in,
Forcing
Claire Malloy.
Again, the Claire Malloy in that customary position.
It came from a brilliant tackle from Nora Stapleton that allowed Malloy the time to get in, but just so strong on the ball.
Stapleton, that's off the side of the boot, not going to find touch. Chance for the Blacks to run from deep, which as we know, I've seen, that can be fatal. Woodman, beautiful right hand spin pass. Honey Harimi. Leah Lyons in on the tackle there. But Ireland in a bit of disarray, and fortunate to get that penalty because of the Black Ferns had recycled that, they had huge numbers and an Irish defence in disarray.
And Claire Malloy in again at the turnover. She's absolutely unbelievable.
Nicole Farley making way for Niamh Kavanagh.
I'd imagine Claire McLaughlin will move into the centre and Kavanagh onto the wing.
Indeed, they've just done that. But on a day we've had 2 tries each for Winiata and Woodman. Claire Malloy would still be in with the shout, you'd have to think, for player of the match.
She's just everywhere and, you know, I mean, turning over a ball, kicking ball, making breaks.
And that line out has just afflicted Ireland all day, really. That one going crooked.
You just can't hand possession to the Black Ferns like that.
Back at scrum this time from Ireland. Coxage though away. Pops back inside from Tubich. Knocked forward.
Yeah, to Vaughan, she was trying to pop it back inside to Vaughan, who's come on for Wycliffe.
So good position this actually for Ireland. We've got Senan Lupo over on the open side. Mary Healy finds her. Niamh Briggs. Niamh Kavanagh, but that's sloppy. And unlike Niamh Briggs, it has to be said. Poor pass, Niamh Kavanagh not able to take it. Looked a bit forced and rushed with that, which again is not like her. I would expect her to take that on a little and They can then complete the pass. So Black Ferns' back alignment is quite flat. And Mary Healy given offside against her.
Yeah, and it was actually a good scrum by Ireland. Fee Hayes got it up left, which would have made it hard for the Black Ferns. It would have let Claire Malloy off the scrum quicker.
So Hazel Tuber should go up the line. Kelly Brazier has taken a position on the far right wing. Looks like some kind of pre-planned move, but Saints alive. Ireland have snuck a line out.
Great take
Mads
from Mads Riley.
Here, Cooney taking that one short. Really, Ireland have numbers out wide, but that's not a great pass from Stapleton. Sending Hooper does well to regather, but again hit very hard by Mattel. Cameron Oy. Again, always makes the extra yard or two. Black Ferns piling through that one, and Portia Woodman is going to be away. Ireland committed everybody into that breakdown situation. Everybody else was out to the right. And when it popped up left, there was no defenders.
And who is it again? Woodman for a hat trick. See it so many times on the 7th circuit, her running in tries. And again, that was just a little bit naive by Ireland. And New Zealand just pummeled through the ruck and got the ball. And it was a little bit too easy.
Yeah, Ireland just losing their shape completely, really, there. That brings it out to Black Ferns 29, Ireland 3. Which probably sounds a little worse than it's been, to be honest.
Yeah, I know Ireland have played good rugby at times, a bit naive at times as well.
Kendra Coxage. That wasn't the greatest strike in the history of the game, but it made it over the bar, which is all that matters, really. Takes it out to 31-3, the Black Ferns.
Yeah, Coxage goes off now and Sue comes on. It's important for the last 10 minutes now that Ireland go down and try and play some rugby in New Zealand's half.
Ireland 3, New Zealand 31.
Nicola Friday recovers from missing one tackle to make the second one. Paul Fitzpatrick on that one. The two now, ball in hand. That's a good effort from Leah Lyons there. Tuvich kicks that deep. Mairead Coyne will go back after it. Will do well to keep it in, but she does. Links with Niamh Briggs. And Briggs finds a safe touch. But good yardage made by Black Ferns again.
Substitution for New Zealand, number 26, the hooker and captain, Nell Armstrong, replaced by number 15, Rosoli Colorado.
So the Black Ferns captain, Fee Famasidi, has come off to be replaced by Sisoli Talawadua.
Another change for New Zealand, number 9, Kendra Coxage, is replaced by number 21, Christina Sue.
As you pointed out, Coxage has been replaced by Christina Sue. Again, Charmaine Smith, the default. Tony Harimi in. It's a big bust up the middle, but well taken by the Irish defence on that occasion. Winiata taking that one on. Crowd looking for a knock on, but Matau, that's unbelievable, running and fending off from Matau. Frazier now, huge options here. Decides to step back inside, goes herself, and she steps all the way under the sticks.
Look, the damage was done by Matau, but unbelievable footwork by Brazier. She had no right to score that try.
That was brilliant footwork.
Ireland's defence has become a little bit fragmented now in the last 20 minutes.
This New Zealand sixth try takes the score to 36 points to 3 as Tubridge takes over the kicking duties. So we're just closing in on 75 minutes. And how would you summarise the autumn campaign for Ireland, Fiona?
It's obviously been tough. You know, it's a good performance against England. England didn't perform well that day, but you know, Ireland kept a lot of possession, didn't win. A tough day out against Canada. And again, a tough second half here. I thought in the first half we were competing well, but New Zealand just kicked into second gear.
I'd hate to think that's second gear.
Okay, fifth.
Let's call that fourth or fifth, please.
You know, they do the simple things just so well, and then when it's on, they spin it wide. They just...
Certainly confirming their position as #1 team in the world over this November series.
Look, and there's no denying they were hurt after the last World Cup, not making it to the semi-finals, and they were coming out to prove a point, I suppose, today.
Yeah. Coghlan does well to gather that one and recycle on the turn. Fiona Hayes does well there. The ball passes slightly behind her. Paula Fitz, she's been superb all day as well. Carried really well. Good numbers here for Ireland. Claire Malloy. Offloads was a bit late to Ciara Cooney. Again, Fitzpatrick with the carry. New Zealand good numbers there. Forced the penalty. Not joining from behind the last foot. Tubridge goes quickly. Matau. And that was brilliant by Mary Healy, was it? Jackie Shields does really well to take Matau there.
It's frightening to think she's only 19.
Yeah. She's going to be around for a few years to come. Kendra Coxedge made her debut at 19 as well. She'd been around a good while.
It was a right battle for a couple of years between herself and Emma Jensen, and then Coxedge just obviously rose and rose and is playing unbelievable rugby at the moment.
You don't get to be World Player of the Year for nothing. And she was very impressive while she was on today. Claire Malloy doing pretty much everything, taking that one at the front. Shields now. Nope, a good pass, hits Niamh Briggs, coming at pace on the angle. But that's superb driving in from the Black Ferns there. Fee Hayes. Again, the counter rucking from the Black Ferns is superb. But on this occasion, falling foul of the referee, going to deck.
Yeah, Nicola Friday was there and could have done a job, but she just was a little bit high and a little bit, again, naive that the Black Ferns were going to come and counter-ruck. Again, she'll learn this only her second cap. Huge potential, you know, and it's great to see young, I suppose, second rows, which we've had trouble getting young second rows coming into the Irish squad for a number of years, so it's great to see someone so young coming in.
Nor Stapleton off, Niamh Briggs resumes the line kicking duties to establish a decent position here for Ireland. Just 5 metres outside the Black Ferns 22. So we've gone a bit more basic with the line out throwing going to the front. but securing possession at least. Mary Healy has a little snipe. Fiona Hayes wrapping around there. Fiona Reedy now. Solid defence though. Again, the referee's arm is out. Again, not rolling away after the tackle. The decision. Chance for Ireland just to finish, but Niamh Briggs going into the corner, and there would be some consolation to get a try if we could. The Lee Lions again. Better line out from Ireland. Now we've got a bit of momentum on the rolling maul. Taken down by the Black Ferns. Penalty decision. Advantage being played. Healy to Shields. Sending Upo. Huge collision again. Does very well to spin out of it and through for an extra couple of metres. Pass behind the player on that occasion. Claire McLaughlin does well to tidy up. Shields spins one to Leah Lyons. That's a beautiful pass. Mairead Coyne though not able to make it into touch. Superb covering tackle from the Black Ferns, but we're going to go back for the penalty.
Surely she's going to have to go to her pocket at this stage.
And she is indeed.
Not that there's much time left, but it was consistent penalty after penalty. That was a perfectly timed pass by Leah Lyons, and that just shows her skill. She's a hugely skilled player. Unfortunately, that only Harima was there coming across to nail Mairead Coyne into touch.
Quieter second half from Mairead Coyne, but she certainly had she was a feature in the game in the early part of it.
And she did nothing wrong.
No, she just got clobbered. A very good tackle. Lyons now, Paula Fitz. Jackie Shields steps back inside against the grain right now under in the shadow of the Black Ferns post. Paula Fitz shows herself, but well taken in the tackle. But that's quicker ball. Niamh Briggs, can she stand up the Charmaine Smith? No, she can't. But she does retain possession. Leah Lyons rumbles for an extra metre or so. Paula Fitzpatrick again. Off-road if they can get it out here. There must be a try on. Claire McLaughlin, Upu. She to get the pass away. Yes, she can. And Ireland do make it into the corner.
Brilliant sustained pressure by Ireland, using the forwards, moving it out the backs, using the forwards again, and a brilliant try in the corner by Niamh Kavanagh. You know, it's a great finished game. We said they had to come back down and play down here, and they did just that.
And by a distance, the biggest share that we waited a long time for it, but when it came, it was a fine try.
Yeah, it was a team try. You know,
Very
it went
much,
through numerous phases.
So that brings it to Ireland 8, Black Ferns 38. Conversion to come.
You know, obviously Ireland still have an awful lot of work to do between now and the World Cup, and this is a learning experience. It's to go away now, regroup for the Six Nations, and improve in those games.
Briggs, not quite. Just comes off the post. Sarah Cox blows the final whistle, and the match concludes. Black Ferns 38, Ireland women 8.
The score is Ireland 8, New Zealand
disappointing day, it has to be said, Fiona.
Yeah, it is, and to be honest with you, I'm not overly surprised. New Zealand were coming here to prove a point, basically. You know, they are the top team in the world, they're number one, and they're coming out in this tour to prove it. And they're going to continue to build towards the World Cup as well. You know, they'll have other players back in, and they're going to be stronger again in the World Cup.
Okay, given that we did beat them in the World Cup 2 years ago now. 2.5, yeah. Have they moved forward? We moved backwards? Where's the gap?
I still think we're in a transitioning period, which 2 year, like 9 months out, that we've an awful lot of work to do. They're phenomenal. You know, they really are a phenomenal team. And, you know, when we beat them in the World Cup, I don't know whether they had a bad day or we had a good day. I don't know. But, you know, looking at them,
good day.
looking at them there, you know, they're a tough team to beat. However, looking at England last night against Canada, they were pretty sensational last night.
Yeah.
You know, so it does depend on the day. England played here 3 weeks ago, and you know that they weren't overly impressive. But by God, last night they were brilliant.
Well, that was the thing. I mean, we really felt that we should have beaten England.
Yeah.
Just a couple of weeks ago, and we were a long way from beating a team that only just beat England.
Yeah, and World Cups are tough. They're like you're playing every 4 days, and that's why New Zealand replicated this week, I suppose, that they were playing every 4 days, and same as Canada. It was like a mini World Cup to get the players used to that, because it's tough. You depending on who you're playing and what teams, you need a rotational policy, but there's only so much you can rotate in a World Cup when you have to win games, and if you're not winning games, you're trying to get points difference for or against.
And in fairness, Tom Tierney understands that and has made some changes. So he's blooded quite a few, 5 new players over the period, and tried out different combinations.
Yeah, no, he definitely has a bigger squad to choose from going forward. It's now just getting the quality in that squad. You know, the depth is there, the numbers are there, it's just the quality of it now.
So that brings us to a conclusion. New Zealand 38, Ireland 8, and we thank you for your company and look forward to you joining us again for the Six Nations.
Long before anyone can remember, there was a small island on the edge of the world, the last stop before the new world. And its people traveled the world, taking their place in the memory of the world. And the years passed and the world changed, and that island on the edge of the world found itself in the center of the world, connecting the world, making the world smaller by thinking big. Dreaming dreams the world could share, sharing with the world our own very special part of the world. And what have we discovered on this little island in the middle of the world? We've discovered the world likes the way we do things, and there's nothing in this world we can't achieve. Imagine a tournament, the envy of the world, a festival of rugby. More than participation, celebration, a world of memories for the world to share. We are ready to create something unforgettable. Ireland, ready for the world.
It'll bring memories of past glories. It'll bring new heights of belief and ambition. It'll bring the boldest hopes and the bravest dreams. It'll bring everyone to their feet. It'll bring a roar into every voice. It'll bring this great game into a nation's heart. It'll bring the world to us and us to the world. Women's Rugby World Cup, Ireland, August 2017. Bring it.
You should aim to eat within 20 minutes after a workout to give your body the raw materials you need to start growing muscles straight away. You need both carbs and protein after a workout, so a pint of milk and a banana is a handy recovery snack to have straight after training. There's really no time that you should stop eating at night. In fact, having a high protein bedtime snack like beans on toast or yogurt with berries will help young rugby players to get the calories they need to fuel their training, as well as protein to help their muscles grow and repair into the night as they sleep.